everybody, how you doing? Good morning. This is Geebz, your old composer here at the Decomposer Lounge, and we're creeping up on the first week of February. That was fast. New Year, the holidays just seemed like yesterday, and already in all the stores we got Valentine's. We have the world economics working in full force to try to get us to spend thousands of dollars on chocolates and flowers. And so I'll just leave that at that. Speaking of which, I'm doing a song called Hypnotized. How ironic, right? This is my System of a Down. Are we being hypnotized to be those kind of people? Pavlovian, we have been conditioned to bye. Oh, God, I guess this is how I'm starting it off, right? Don't worry about it. I'm in a good mood. I'm not a cynical kind of guy. Had a great weekend. The Twitch thing has been blowing up for me for the video game OSTs. I'm trying to work through a few things there before I start doing some heavy metal stuff on Twitch. Not too sure if I'm going to integrate that yet. Just did something great on Patreon called a Patreon-a-thon, where I did like 9 songs from many different styles, and I'm thinking maybe I can, always trying to work on something new, right? Just so it doesn't get stale here, you know, just listening to music and doing reactions and stuff. So, all that being said, let's get going. This is System of a Down. The track is Hypnotized. This was buried in my Patreon list from like 6-7 months ago. So I don't know. I looked it up, and the person who dropped this by and stuff no longer is a member. But I'm sorry. It does happen. I've got a bazooka million songs on a list, and I try to get through it. Like usual, thank you for your support. Cup of coffee, headsets, Patreon link, Twitch link, all down below. Let's do this. System of a Down, Hypnotized. All right. Oh my, I set up the pins. I didn't realize I was going to bowl them down talking about, you know, the marketing economy and, you know, how we're sold things. And then this song I make a joke about, hey, we're getting hypnotized. And I'm reading the lyrics as I'm listening to this. And this is just intensely insane that what energy I put at the beginning of this video. This song is about that, about the hypnotizing and the disguising of what, you know, happens in the world and being sold to us through media as to be accepted. Now, don't worry, I'm not going on a documentary on world issues and orders. I stay clear from that on this channel. But I can't help but just go, geez, how mental is that aligned? I love the fact that there is this very unique implementation. I can't say it is cultural to what I believe System of a Down has been about in their journey for, you know, politics and music. But musically, always bringing what seemingly is part of the culture that they represent infused into their compositions. Like, even as little as just that one bell for the accent at certain places in the cleaner guitar parts when he's singing, I'm just sitting in my car and waiting for my girl. There's this little Celeste if that's what it is, that they use for these little accents. And it's a very intricate, to me, the way I'm reading the lyrics, listening to also the guitar kind of, the second chord, how it resolves. I think it sounds like it's resolving from a ninth or something. It gives you, the guitar gives you the haunting bass of the melody, of which gives you hope. But the melody, the way they wrote it in this very kind of Phrygian kind of way, like I said, it kind of gives you this vibe of hope. But the intensity of the lyrics and the guitar is what kind of keeps you in despair in the messaging, as far as what I can catch. It kind of reminds me of, I've only had surgery a few times, but every time that they put the big needle in, before they put the big needle in, they put the little one in to numb the spot before they hit you with the hard stuff. It just kind of seems like the music, the lyrics, as well as the melodic composition of that is executing that perfectly. And that's what I love. And then finally, I gotta say this. I know that there's 2 singers in the band. I've only done a couple songs from them. And it's very unique sounding between the 2. But the second singing voice, they disguise it, hypnotize it. Oh, God, is that a Ginsu knife? What a great sound. And it doesn't take away from the opening vocals of the other vocalist, because in and of itself has this unique way that he sings. But the energy and the tug of war between this, like, we have this happy opening that's, got a little pedaled note through it. So it gives us that little zip line of something to hang on to. Duh, duh, I think this is the one right here. This is the constant note. And it gets us nice and gliding into it. Then they're going to hit us with this. And then they deliver this. And then they decide to move the needle around a little bit, make you nice and comfortable. I'm just sitting in my car waiting for my girl. Kind of brings it back down. And now... You had to end it like that, It's almost like coming out of the anesthetizing, the anesthetic, coming out from underneath. In the way the song was written and everything, the lyrics and the composition, this was like a nice release. It's almost like, okay, we're gonna let you go now. We've just done this to you. There you go. What I love, and I'm not too sure that the break, because of the tambourines and certain rhythm patterns, it just seems in what little songs, couple of songs I've done on them, that they always do hold fast, steadfast to influences of their culture. Armenian, yes, if I'm correct, if I remember. Please forgive me. I just show up and I forget a lot of things, and it hasn't been getting any better for me. But, it's just really, it's just an incredible, multi-influenced expression of the tracks I've heard of System of a Down, but yet still, without a doubt, without any question, still has their, thumbs on the throat of, rock, metal, being able to just still deliver that power. But the intricacies of these melodies and stuff like that take you through this unique journey. It's very very unto itself. It's system of the down. You know, so you hear music like this, you automatically go, I know who this is. I know exactly who they are. I can tell by the tones of the voice. I can tell by the switching up in the arrangements and the way they are very eclectic, how they may deliver you certain pieces, and you know, you know, they come in and out. It's really such a ride. And once again, like I said, the subject matter, man, that's just what it is. It repeats itself, the subject matter. I mean, I did that one track on Disturbed about, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 months ago, where the video was the news people, and they were blowing up the news people and stuff. And I mean, the theme repeats itself on this kind of Pavlovian conditioning that seemingly happens through media, but all the way back to, I forgot what it was. I think it was Boz Scaggs. In my days, I remember this one hit song, Dirty Laundry. You know, and even before that, I can remember there's things that the Beatles had said and stuff about, you know, the guidance of humanity by the, you know, the delivery of information through media. So anyhow, but I think media is scared to death right now, major traditional media, because as this starts to decompress because of social media, hanging on to those wars, I think, of like, you know, let's keep them separate and segregated. Let's keep each group targeted at a common enemy, and we could still manage this. Social media is decompressing that really, really fast. So, you know, I think that's why media has become more of the circus that it is, because they have to become more dramatic and more antagonistic or protagonistic in order to keep an audience. Because, like, I think most people will agree that, you know, major news media has become more entertainment than news, at least the way I see it. Oh shit, did I just drift into that subject matter? Oh boy, I think the comments are going to get lit. I really don't have an opinion. I don't, but I guess I do, but I guess I don't. I don't know. But this was a great track. I think I better get out of here before it gets too hot in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Have a killer week. See ya.